Napoli wins the Serie A after beating Cagliari on the final game of the season, where they won 2-0. And to be honest with you guys, this was one of the most competitive leagues in Europe this season, because it had to go to the wire, to the last day, because the competition was between Inter Milan and of course Napoli. If you check on other European leagues that were there, and especially the top leagues, that is the Premier League, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, and even the League One, most of those leagues were actually won when there was still a number of matches to be played. But this one had to go to the last day. At some point on this league, Inter Milan was leading on that table. And at some point, Napoli started leading. And the second last game, in fact, it was so complicated, and we even thought that, Inter Milan was going to go up, because at some point they were leading and then was equalized and the game ended as a draw. But you know what? Tonight, every team has won their game. That is Inter Milan and of course Napoli. And as it was, any team that was going to lose between Inter Milan and Napoli tonight was going to lose the league. But both of the teams have won. And the fact that both of the teams have won, Napoli gets the advantage because they had a point ahead of Inter Milan. This is actually a very well-deserved win for Napoli. They've had a very brilliant season. They've played so well. But of importance to note is that Scott McTominay boy. That guy has really been good for this team, Napoli, because he has been scoring goals, 12 of them. And not just goals, crucial goals, goals that matter. Goals that define moments, and that is what he has done even tonight after scoring that first goal, which changes the whole dynamic of this game against Cagliari. Of course, even the second goal by Lukaku was a good goal, because he was left with two defenders and had to beat them, both of them, so that he can be able to score, and scored a very brilliant goal. Very well executed goal, and of course, they go ahead and win. Another person to note is Conte. Conte has been, that coach, and nobody would even have thought that he was going to do it, but he has won it. So, well-deserved win for him. Anyway, congratulations to Napoli for winning. And in the beginning of the season, I had predicted that Napoli was going to win. And it doesn't mean that Inter Milan is not a good team. It is a good team. And in fact, it was even competing for this league, and at the same time, even the Champions League. But you know what? It is what it is in football. There has to be a winner. There has to be a number 2, number 3, all the way down to number 20, depending on the number of teams that are in a league. Congratulations to Napoli. Well-deserved win.